here to give you an opportunity to be a journalist and not a liar. You are supposed to say, okay, I got it wrong, I apologize, I withdraw it. If you don't do it, the fact that I'm running for president doesn't mean I don't have a personal right. I have a right to sue you and your employers if you defame me. It doesn't mean that I don't respect the work you are doing here. You have the right to criticize me. You can criticize me. I'm in the public, but don't lie against me.
Guys, for those of you who have not seen this, in the early hours of today, Ayo almost landed Arise News Media Group into big wahala after she misrepresented some facts about the SDP presidential candidate. Yes, it was actually a catastrophic and dramatic moment in Arise News after Adebayo, the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, vehemently resisted a news publication that was made by the Arise News crew, anchored by Ayo earlier before that day. Yes, the unfolding standoff between the Social Democratic Party presidential candidates and Arise News crew brings to fore the critical issues around political communication, media ethics, and the burden of public commentary in Nigerians' charged post-election atmosphere. The SDP presidential candidate has expressed his deep dissatisfaction with the recent report aired by Arise News in which journalist Ayo alleged that the candidate instructed his supporters to vote President Bola Tinubu in the 2023 general election. According to the SDP flag bearer, this claim is false, misleading, and damaging to my political integrity. In a follow-up interview as anchored by Dr. Reuben Abati, Rufai Useni Ayo, the SDP candidate vehemently resisted and denied ever directing the supporters to back President Bola Tinubu before or during the election. He clarified that the statement being referenced was made after the election result and had already been announced. And in that statement, he urged Nigerians to support the winner as a matter of national unity and stability. Now, this caused some dramatic moments in Arise News, and I'd like you to sit back and take a look at the full interview that has sparked reactions on the internet. But please, don't go anywhere because I'll be coming back to give you my own thoughts about it.
With regard to Rufai, you said he's an asset to the party, but he has weaknesses. Would you like to elaborate on what you consider these weaknesses of Malam Rufai? We would like to know, we would like to hear from you. It's not enough to just allege that he has weaknesses. What are those specific weaknesses? And then again, this new person is coming to join your party. What kind of compensation are they asking for? By that I mean, what is the grand plan? There's speculation there that they want to form a grand coalition to get APC and Tinubu out of power. If you could also shed some light on that. Thank you, Dr. Abati. But you permit me before I go into your question to address one issue with Ayo here, because a few days ago she made an untrue, what I consider defamatory statement about me. Defamatory, that's a strong word. Defamatory, and I was surprised that Rufai was here. Rufai is next to AI. Yes, Rufai is Mr. Fact Checker. Yes, and I thought she would have asked
for the president at some point. Well, you're asking towards the last election that your supporters should vote president.
You are lying.
Okay, please go ahead and defend.
Because you are lying. Number one, you are a journalist. Keep your personal opinion to yourself.
No, it wasn't personal opinion.
No. A journalist.
I cannot give my personal opinion.
No, you do that, but that's your choice. A journalist uses material, either in writing or visual, before you report something. There is no single fact. You know it is true that I ran the election to the end. You know it's true that I never asked anybody to stand up for anybody. But you deliberately lied. Even now, I gave you an opportunity to be professional to say, I got it wrong, I'm sorry. You are not doing that. So after giving you the respect, complaining to your management, coming here to give you an opportunity to be a journalist and not a liar, you are supposed to say, okay, I got it wrong, I apologize, I withdraw it. If you don't do it, the fact that I'm running for president doesn't mean I don't have a personal right. I have a right to sue you and your employers if you defame me. It doesn't mean that I don't respect the work you are doing here. You have the right to criticize me. You can criticize me. I'm in the public, but don't lie against me. That's a fact.
Okay, what is the right of reply you are exercising? Just state the facts, as you like them presented.
No, the fact is known to everybody, which is that in 2023, I ran for president against Tinubu and several others. The election was concluded, then my party stood by me. We campaigned to the end. We asked our supporters to vote for us. When they mismanaged the election, I came to this studio here and I told you that they cheated in the election and they mismanaged the election, and I did all of that. You know that to be fact. You have your own candidates, you don't bring that talking point to the studio.
No, fine.
She
has a right, Dr. Abati, please with due respect, sir. She also has a right to be able to read out where she got her facts from. Ayo, please
so
go ahead.
did you at any point drum support for the Tinubu administration? And then when you came here the last time or post your election, we did quiz you about that because you were very vocal about your Ms. Peter Obi from the Labour Party, and then you talked about the support for him, and we did quiz you on that the last time.
I know where your malice is coming from, you and your Peter Obi. I have no problem with Obi and his
I have no bias against any
Let me explain something. You can't bring Peter Obi here. Be a journalist, be
I have
professional.
no candidate.
In fact, the person who is more disappointed in you is my wife because she admires you, because she's a professional woman. And what you are doing here is not...
We will not have this program. We're debating
with due respect.
The premise.
She's a journalist. Let her read the material. Where she got her information. Or apologize and we more progress.
You have just a few minutes.
It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Let Dr. Abati ask his question. When he comes here, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and I can come back here if, to deal with that. So,
one of the occupational hazards that we have in this profession is that everybody is an expert in journalism.
One thing I would address what you'd come here to accuse me earlier on, and then my second question, which ties in with where you ended here.
Yes.
So the first thing is that, do you recall that you had a Twitter space with Lείμ<silence> Lǳ훠ég when you talked about your people supporting the administration of President Bola Tinubu?
What date?
It was in 2023.
2023, what date? Before the election, after the election, when?
It was in the process of the electioneering. You went on his platform and you asked people to support. Do you remember that you're on a Twitter space with
I was saying to many people.
Lǳ뾱ég, and you did say on that Twitter space that people should support President Bola Tinubu?
Not me. Play the Twitter space because Twitter doesn't delete.
Right.
So play it. I can come back. Look, this is the job I'm doing now.
Right.
I'm running for
You
president.
don't recollect it.
Not that I don't recollect it. It did not happen.
It did.
And as you
But you just don't remember.
You knew I was coming. You announced my initial made it available.
No, I didn't know you were going to.
I will come back. I can wait here. I will come back. I can wait here till tomorrow. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I will come back.
No problem. So this is my question. I would
But if it's not true, if you find out it's not true.
Yes, I'll apologize to you. But Lǳ뾱ég, you had a Twitter space with Lǳείμég, and you encouraged your supporters to support President Bola Tinubu. But let me go to the question around.
That's not true.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go to the question around your support or welcoming enthusiastically Malam Nasir El-Rufai to your party. You ran for election as a presidential candidate in 2023. One would imagine that you know perhaps what Malam Nasir El-Rufai will be coming to your party for. Do you feel threatened by that? Especially also Dr. Hamza Al-Mustafa had also expressed interest in running for presidency, and they're all coming to your party. You know what they're coming in for. Do you feel threatened, or is that the game plan? Is that part of the coalition you're willing to make in order to defeat APC in 2027?
Any coward who will feel threatened by someone coming to his party cannot be president. If I was president, if they didn't come to my party and I become the candidate of my party, I will still have to beat them in their own party to be president. If I'm president, are you saying Rufai will not serve my government? And I will say Rufai is no. So you think you can stand against him in an election? Why will I not? That's not an issue. What is important, what SDP is trying to create is that we have a fair process. The people I ran against last time are not lesser than Rufai. So the national secretary of our party was 2 times a minister. Rufai is 1 time a minister. Rufai is a great talent. I respect him, and Rufai is more honorable in our interaction. He's told us what he wants to do. It's not our job to tell anyone. But what is clear is that we want them. In fact, the people who want to, many of them are already around, come inside the party. The party's process will be fair. What we don't do in our party is that we don't bribe delegates. Okay. We don't breach the rule. If you win, we support you. If you lose, you support another person. That's our style. We have learned from the mistake of PDP and APC, and we are not going to allow our party to become a basket case. But everybody who say he lost Nigeria is welcome. We cannot be reading their motive. We cannot be suspecting them. We should believe that they are coming to contribute, just like when I joined the party, I started contributing.
Okay, Mr. Adewale, time will tell. If you are bigger or better than the people coming to your party, it's not by coming to talk on a TV. It's by action that you're working. We will see.
I'm not saying I'm bigger or better.
We will see.
Good enough.
Maybe you will retain the presidential ticket. Me and you will be here on SDP. I'm waiting to see. But the way you are braggadocious, but you must retain it too. Because if you don't retain it,
I join my party and assist me to retain it.
If you don't retain it,
but I'll do my best.
People will laugh at you because you are saying you have been somebody is a one-time minister and everything. You must retain that presidential ticket.
Those were laughing at me a year ago. I joined the party now. So I'm not laughing at me.
No, we are not saying that, but you are saying you are capable, you are big enough. I am just giving you a charge that you must retain that presidential.
I'm encouraged by that.
Because if you don't retain it, people like me will come here and I will open my mouth.
As long as you are fair, you don't misrepresent me. Present me, be fair as I'm okay with you.
But I'm free to laugh.
Of course.
Mr. Adebayo,
real question. Yes.
I just want to also talk about, and I think you need to speak up for somebody like before we came on air, that is country going through a battle that is a formidable part of your party, and that's we're talking about the former minister. Can you just say one or two things?
Ministers.
No, I mean the former minister that's going through his debacle with the government as regards that, and is the secretary of.
Oh, okay, Dr. Oluwagunle. Dr. Oluwagunle, like every Nigerian subject to the law, is being tried in court for something that happened more than almost 2 decades ago when he was minister. We have looked at the matter in our party. We believe that he's innocent and he should go through his trial. It has nothing to do with what is happening to him in the party. We see him as an honest man, a good citizen. He was our national chairman before. He made a sacrifice to step down to become national secretary because I was going to emerge as candidate and from my part of the country. He stepped down, humbled himself. So he's untouchable. Nothing's going to touch him. He can only leave if he's tired. He's not going anywhere. And I'm talking now because we're in charge, we're in control, we're in command.
Okay, Mr. Adebayo, just before you go, some people have been sending me text messages saying that it's like you came onto this program today to come and harass Ayo Maroese. So when people use the word harass, it has serious implications in this country. But I'm sure Ayo has additional ammunition. People have also been sending messages that she is right and you are wrong. Let's see messages. Don't be Ayo. Don't let us use native. Release the ammunition. Don't use native doctor methods. Let us be facts.
I can send you the links to this.
Don't send
and that's why I asked you. That's fine. I can post it on the where you said, and at various times, have you at any time expressed support for the president after you ran for election?
No. After I ran for election, I urge Nigerians, like I must do, that any government that is in power.
No, it wasn't any government that was in power. You specifically said the administration and the government of President Bola Tinubu.
Read it to me.
It wasn't.
Three things, let me tell you, so that we don't waste time. One, when I was running against Tinubu, I ran against him effectively and I opposed him on every issue. When they said he won the election, because we have signed a peace accord, I honored that peace accord and said, congratulations. Anybody wants to go to court, you can go to court. I look at the case, I don't see how I'm going to succeed in court, I left it, I'm a lawyer.
Did you ask your supporters to support him?
Never.
You did?
No, please, stop saying you did we are children. Bring it out, read it where I said it.
Okay, let me read it.
So that
I'll read the Daily Trust report.
Daily Trust report.
I'll read it. I'll put it on there. Please, just listen, let me read.
My rights advocate,
What date?
said governance should start immediately after the winner of an election is announced. He expressed reservations, just like other Nigerians, about the conduct of the 2023 poll, but noted that it should not stop governance from going on. He said, and let me just skip very quickly to the part where he said that.
What date, please?
Yes.
Me what?
2023. So he says, you've considered defeat and advised Nigerians to support the president-elect Adebayo Bola Tinubu so that the government does not fail. So you were very, so it was quite.
That's different what you said.
No, but that was in terms.
You said I asked before the election. I said I will do. You were here yesterday. You were saying on that day. You were doing on that day. You didn't correct. You said.
You called your supporters.
No, you were the fact check. You know what? It's not a fact check now. On television. So you said before the election, I asked my supporters to after the election, I said when they were threatening this and that, I said let the person who has won the election go and run this government. And I immediately also said that you will see his weaknesses and failure and we will defeat him. That's what I said. So I cannot say because I lost an election. I'm a patriot. I cannot say I lost an election, go and find the government, don't cooperate with the government. I cannot say so, but I fought to the last.
But she said you specifically mentioned Tinubu.
Tinubu is the president. Let us not look like we're joking with this job. Tinubu was sworn in as president. If I say support Tinubu as president, cooperate with the government, it's my right. However, it's wrong for you to say I asked my supporters to go and vote for him. Okay, so how will I ask them to vote for him?
What were you addressing? Was it your support base or your?
I was addressing Nigerians cooperate with the government. Even today, as Tinubu is failing and is lost control of his government, I will still say as citizen, in my state, every year I get the highest taxpayer. I think this year. I don't like the government that is there. The government is confused. The government is confused. But I pay my taxes. I'm the highest taxpayer in my state every year. And I will
break the law. Would you consider serving in this government?
How can I?
Okay.
I cannot. It's not a government.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Adewale, you successfully said me I was doing that day. You will now explain the meaning of
Thank you so much, Mr. Adebayo. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. But I accept my apology. Don't be surprised if I'm not satisfied. I will go to court. Don't worry. Do your fact check.
So you will not take me to court, but you don't want to take President Tinubu to court?
No, because I have a case against you. Tinubu's case, Tinubu cheated, Obi cheated, Atiku cheated. Everybody provide the evidence.
Provide the evidence.
I've provided enough.
Provided the evidence.
I've provided enough. I know that's going to trigger you. Provide the evidence. Don't be obedient. Provide the evidence to them.
Thank you so much.
You've seen it for yourself. Now, I listened to that interview from beginning to end, and there are some observations I made. First of them is that I know that as human beings, we have our sentiments. Sometimes you see the sentiment displayed in the actions of Arise News crew. Make no mistakes about it. I love the way they conduct their interview. I like the way they call out politicians. I like the way they give it to them goals. But there is something they must also understand. As much as we have our human part to also tilt towards one end based on our sentiments, they must understand that the role of neutrality in journalism cannot be overemphasized. You see that the SDP Adebayo was able to prove point blank, if you listen to the interview to the end, that his statement was not during or before the election, it was after the election. Perhaps Ayo did not do her fact-checking very well, and she put it out like that. Now, the onus was laid on Adebayo, which I do not advise he should sue Arise News for that perhaps misconception or oversight on the part of Ayo. But the truth is that we must do our fact-checking very well as much as we want to portray our points as a journalist. And that also made me remember some of the words of David Ibeme that caused the backlash between David Ibeme and Very Dark Man. When David Ibeme came out and said that, come, as much as I want you to pick up my storylines and put it out on the media, you must not quote me out of context. And Very Dark Man said, why did David Ibeme say that Nigerians should not talk about him because he's a pastor? I had to talk about it, that the truth is, every person that comes out to put out an information about himself, be you a social media influencer, be a public figure, will never want himself to be quoted out of context. And that is exactly what Ayo did in that interview. Perhaps she didn't look at the fact that interview was done after May 29th or towards the end of the election, and she put that information without properly validating herself. But most importantly, I laughed all throughout the interview because I saw when Rufai Useni had to begin to say that you must get the interview. I think he was just trying to pamper the matter and to close it up. Of course, that was the best thing he had to do at that point. We'd like you to do well to drop your own thoughts in the comment section. Let's get to know what you think about the facts that have been put out by Adebayo, the SDP presidential candidate, countering Ayo's interview that was done previously, that obviously, according to him, defamed his character, and we shall continually be here to serve you. Many thanks indeed to all our viewers and returning subscribers. We truly don't take it lightly. My name again is Moses, and this is Think Tank TV. See you on our next video. Bye for now.